That's basically how this works. There you go, this one's just been toggled on, now it's off. So the battery is feeding the circuit, not the transformer, if you like. The transformer just tops up the battery. It just saves you more heat. Everything's nicely cooled, everything's chilly in the base. Everything's pretty sweet. So there you go, hope that helps. It's a bit difficult to go through a full power grid on a base that's quite well established, but they're the main principles of it, basically. Okay. Wait a second. Where's that natural gas going? Where's my natural gas going? Have I missed a tile somewhere? Or is it just spreading into the room? Ah, okay. They must have just put in a small canister. I need to get some more natural gas in there and then we're good to go. Watch for YZL. He's a shit. What? I've gotten to where I don't get off manual power until I have automation. You don't get off manual power until you have automation, yeah. Are those small transformers? Yeah, I've kept a few small ones in Naylor for a couple of the smaller circuits in the base. Okay. Big transformer versus small transformer. It's just about how much it can supply. So a small transformer can only do you like 1 kilowatt, whereas a bigger transformer can do 4 kilowatts. Alright. So I've got my Weezewarts, that's fine. We've just got this last tile to do, and then we'll seal this bastard up. I don't mind if there's a bit of carbon dioxide in here, because it'll turn solid, basically. I don't really care. The room should get cold enough, all being well. We just need to let this get going now. Yeah, a few blobs of solid carbon dioxide near aren't the end of the world. I'm certainly not going to put a pump in here to vacuum it out. I can't be arsed, so... yeah, basically, in terms of transformers, if you're only pulling a small circuit off, if for argument's sake you're just pulling a little circuit for a pump somewhere random, like I've pulled off a few transformers off the main grid here and there, like I've got one down here, I've got a couple of transformers I've pulled off down here. I only use big transformers because I was going to fill the wire up, so the wires have got like 1.8 kilowatts or 2 kilowatts. You can do your entire base with small wire apart from a couple of machines, so you can just run the cheaper wire everywhere if you want. But certain places like down here, I've actually got a circuit that's got 3.2 kilowatts on it, so I pull a transformer off, slap a battery down, and use heavy watt wire to power these things. Just because they're quite hungry if I power them both if I use them both at once. But yeah, you can just use small transformers by all means. I've got a couple of small boys on each side of my base, and they're just powering like a few fridges or some old research stations and stuff like that. Some of these aren't even wired up at all. I'm not using all my grid in the base, so. But yeah, that's the plan basically. Liquids inside reservoirs affected much by surrounding temperature. Very little, Foxy. Funnily enough, we were talking about this just before. There is an interesting thing with reservoirs that I need to test on in debug or something. But we seem to be getting a tile of the reservoir will bleed its heat into the into whatever it's sat on. So I've got my reservoirs in here filled with supercoolant at minus 206 degrees. But we are bleeding some heat into this insulated tile, and I don't know why. So it makes sense that maybe on this graphic, you know, it might occupy 2 by 3 tiles, but of this graphic, maybe the liquid tank is here in this block, and that's why it's transferring to there and not here. It's a bit of a weird one. Could you build a reservoir out of something more conductive and get heat transfer? Possibly. I really don't know. Do some testing, Foxy. Do some testing. Answer the question yourself, and then let me know. Because all I'm going to do is jump into debug at some point and do some tinkering, and I'm sure you can, you know, fathom it out yourself. Be the hero. Because I honestly don't know at this point. I've not done any testing, so. Monday is day off day. Also, life is pretty. Oh, Beamer, you're too kind. Too kind. You give me a complex, mate. He is an pretty bear. Oh, Jesus. Small boys, child slave labour. You naughty, naughty person. What? For some reason, clay disallowed the tanks transferring heat from atmosphere, but not the tile. It's odd. Yeah, there's something weird about it with Chunga. I think it is that same thing that we experience with the refineries. It's very strange. Right, let's see if we can get these bastards wrangled. Bang. Let's see if somebody will come and deal with this. And then we'll pop them out here. Reach cycle 600 for the first time. Nice, DJ. Nice. How many Weezeworts can you get from space? I think we're going to get 3 per bio container, but I don't know if it varies. But I think that's what we should get, all being well. My jetpacks can't go up here. Why are they not building this tile, I wonder? Aha! We're wrangling. Very good, Rowan. Or not Rowan, should I say. We're wrangling. Be tied up, you bastard. There we go. You want to see the little faces when they get groomed, by the way. They're very cute. Very cute. Listen to that sound! They remind me of space hoppers. That's what they look like. Alright, let's try and do this without dropping them. If you don't mind. If you drop them, I'll be very sad. And a boop. Moo boys! Hooray! Now we just need to get them some feckin' food before they starve. So I really need to get this done. Why are they not building this yet? I just need some diamond. I'm sure I should have some diamond kicking around. Plastic glassware. Is it miscellaneous? Oops. Diamond. Oh wow, we've got lots of slicksters down here now. Holy balls. We need some diamond. Stat. Yeah, you're done. Actually, I won't deconstruct this. I'll leave this here for now. We'll just disable it. Because I've had to build this twice now, and I might need it in the future. I don't know. Run out of fossils and shells for lime, for steel. How'd you get yours? Fossil and shell, mate. That's what you need. You need mo fossil and mo shell. Here's my other one going. Just make sure it actually gets there. Hooray! Yeah, look at the little face when they get groomed. Maybe Rowan will do this other one now. The little faces are adorable. Look at the face! Hold on. Look how happy he is! It's incredible! Diamonds are the way to a lady's heart. Or so the commercial have you thinking. Red Gnome, how are you? My lady likes cake. She likes cake over diamonds any day of the week. You can get steel from space, yeah, you can. But if you don't have the steel to build a rocket, you're kind of boned. How do you work around the bunker door automation bug? I'm currently experiencing it and it's frustrating. Jalabear, welcome to my world, buddy. Now you understand. Now you understand my rage. I try not to look at the surface and just hope everything's okay up there. My dupes do get busy. They run around up there trying to repair stuff. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, I just try not to look at space as much as I can. Don't look at the surface and hope that everything's okay. I know that sounds lame, it's probably not the answer you were looking for, but in essence, space is balked, so... Chocolate's cheap and easy to get, yep. Yep. Right, I'm just going to rebuild this in case it's busted. Because I'm sick of waiting, to be honest. It's the last tile we need to get in the room before we can get this stuff going properly. And then I'll pump in some chlorine and away we go. And I'm going to nip this vent off for a minute as well. We don't need this vent anymore. Ah, look up, moo boys. So yeah, there is a very good, very high chance these are going to starve before I can get the chlorine up, just so we're clear, but I'm trying my best. Where's my heart? It's through my taste buds. And ice cream, lots of ice cream. But where do you want the ice cream? I mean, you separated it then, Nelu. You said the way to your heart is through your taste buds and ice cream. So what part of ice cream is it that you're utilising that isn't necessarily in conjunction with taste buds? Do you like ice cream on your insert profanity here? Do you know what I mean? You're a dark horse, you Nelu. You're a dark horse. A dirty, dirty horse. Space is borked. That statement can be said for the last 4 months of Anna, yep. Space is very borked. But hey, listen. At some point, I'm sure it'll be fine. Well, shit. It's too warm here. Too much jetpack usage has warmed this up too much. Yeah. It's toasty warm here. I'm gonna rip these ladders out. I'm scared my tube's gonna melt. How are you supposed to cool molten glass? Just drop it on a floor or something, or drop it in some liquid. That is the easiest way. I do mind dropping it into a pool of liquid. That's what I normally do. It's just easy. Okay. Just wait on this one feckin' tile. Come on. 710 kilos of diamond. Have I got no suits or something? Has something weird happened? Have I got no suits down here? No. Everything is fine. Maybe it's just a long way to get diamond, I suppose. Where are you going? One last bit of diamond. Let's just sweep a little bit manually, and then we'll at least sweep it into the base. Then it's less exosuit jumps, if you know what I mean. Because at the moment, a jetpack dude has to come down here, pick up my diamond, jump out of an exosuit, jump back into another exosuit, then jump into a jet suit. It doesn't really make sense. So we'll just sweep all this up manually. I would like to dig all this crap out at some point, but until the water starts dwindling a bit more, I don't really want to dig down there. It's like over here, we've got this little capture tank that I've left, and I'll pump it out at some point, but it's not exactly urgent. We've still got loads of water in here as well. Excuse me. I feel when doing your damn best is not really enough to satisfy the drill sergeant on boot camp. What do you mean, Camo? Why did you put a transformer before the molecular forger since you're using heavy watt wire? Why didn't you just connect it directly? Because that'd then interfere with the main grid. You don't want to have anything else on your main grid other than generating things, and then you pull off it with transformers. You don't want to have any machines spiking the grid or anything like that. You want to throttle it with transformers and a battery. These machines aren't running constantly, so one transformer can easily fill up a battery and power them. And you don't want it to affect your main power, basically. 1262, well, you've been busy in the last few weeks. I haven't been able to pay attention. 1258, yeah, it's been a long colony, mate. Oh, quotes, you mean, sorry. I thought you were talking about cycles in the game, then. Yeah, the quote log's been busy as well. Probably needs an update, actually. Let's do a quick quote log update. Boop. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Just check the old hatches. I think we should be up to speed on the hatches now. I did neglect them for ages and they sort of nearly died off. But I had loads of eggs still, so I've just been incubating a few hatches to get them back on track. How are things down here? How is our volcano? Our volcano is dormant in 48 cycles. He seems to be fine. Ticking over nicely. This room is not warming up. Why? We need to warm up all these tiles a bit more, don't we? Let's say 50. And let's hope this doesn't cook our space heater. I've made this out of niobium, by the way, so it should be quite a badass at heating up even chlorine. Because chlorine's it's basically an insulator, so I thought I'd build this out of something decent whilst I've got the materials, so why not? Hopefully this will warm up these peppers. I'm still feeding them cold water, so really I should be feeding them hot water. And in fact, Jesus, how long's this been off for? I turned this this pipe off ages ago. Yeah, what I probably should have done... Just had some ice melt up here. What I probably should have done was take this piping that's coming from a nice cold area and used it to cool off some other parts of the base, like maybe run the pipe all around here and use it to cool off some of this hot stuff, maybe run it through the base itself. But I've just run it directly up here. And even though it's not an insulated pipe, it's still super cold by the time it gets up here, so you'll see now. Out of regular hatches, how did I get stone hatches to lay non-stone eggs? Don't feed them any more sedimentary rock, and you've got a better chance of getting normal hatch eggs again. So yeah, this water's at 20 degrees. I'll do a bit of speed 3 for a minute. 20.3. So it's nice and cool down here now. You know, it's cooled off nicely, but unfortunately, by the time it gets up here, it's still like 20 odd degrees. And that's what's cooling our peppers down. So we'll run this heater a bit, see if it warms the room up a little bit. Fuck it, let's go big. Cook this bastard. Alright. That's finally done. Excellent. So let's now seal up this room. So we need just tile, tile, and tile. And then I can pump in some chlorine. We've got some wheezeworts in here to help as well. I've got them on top of some mesh tiles. This one might get a little bugged occasionally, but they should be okay. And then once we get some gas in there, it should start transferring some of this temperature off these plates. My moo boys are still very warm, but they are cooling down. They were 149 degrees before, they're now 124. So they are cooling off. Slowly. Slowly they're getting there. Okay, when are my rockets back? You're back in 7 cycles. Yeah, they're both back in about 7 cycles, that's fine. I might have a bit of an explosion of heat in a minute, but not much I can do about that. I really don't want my jetpack dupes sleeping on my plastic tubes. That is the opposite of good. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay. Let's get these bridges in as well. Boop. 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 Jesus. It's weird how regolith can go through tiles. It's kind of strange. I might just double skin all of this in the future so it stops that happening, because like look, we've got more coming through. It's kind of weird. We'll probably just double skin all this. That should hopefully stop this happening. I plan to get rid of all this crap at some point, but because we're not setting up the other rockets yet, I don't really need to right this moment. It's just something we should do at some point. Excuse me. Let's just bang a few ladders in over here. And then we can hopefully get all these pipes done as well. This is just for getting our natural gas back, so it's not exactly urgent. That should be fine. This really doesn't need to go through the filter, but for how much gas we're going to get off these cows, it's sort of negligible. It doesn't really matter. I'm only doing this so you guys can see a gassy moo farm, to be honest, because I get the feeling they're probably going to become the most pointless mob in the game. The most pointless critter. Because the amount of time and energy that they take to set up, and for the return that you get, they're not really worth it. Yeah, they finally built it, yeah. Mumbo, how's it going, bud? How are you? Why would wheezeworts bug out on mesh tiles? No, they might bug out on this tile, because if I've got liquid pouring over here, technically it's not a gas in this tile anymore, at which point this one will stop working. If I get liquid pooling up on this side and dripping over. That's what I was getting at, basically. Sup, you ginger son of a bitch. How dare you, Torello? Son of a gun. Buff the moo, yeah. This game provides for a lot of non-optimal solutions. It does, but you know, sometimes it's not all about min-maxing and you know getting the very most out of your solar or whatever. I wanted to get some cute-looking cows. They remind me of big walruses, and I like them. Look at this little nose. On the little teats. Look at their little teats, guys. They're pointy. And this little puckered bumhole thing they've got going on. I mean, it's incredible. I like them a lot. They're my favourite. I think visually they're probably my favourite critter. It's just a shame. They do look like big puckered arsehole walruses. No, it's just a shame they don't give you that much stuff. Right, so we can now connect this pipe up. And then if we turn on the old chlorine, which is this boy down here, we're off. Now this is going to be warm chlorine, so the chances of this room making us liquid chlorine is a little bit slim. We'll have to see how we get on. It might take a while, but we'll see. I'm kind of relying on the temperature of this, and I'm probably being a bit too ambitious, but we'll see. I want to see how the heat transfers when this gets some gas in here. What are we saying here? Why don't you use fire pole? I do in quite a lot of places. Just there's a lot of ladders around the base that aren't going to be there for much longer, so I don't put them everywhere. Only on the main ladders normally. You only cool the chlorine with 2 Weezeworts? No. There's like a metal tile here from this room as well. So this is actually a hydrogen-filled room here. I'm just using it for more than one purpose. So it's going to cool these tiles up here, which it's started to do already. These are now like minus 13 odd, and hopefully cool this room off as well. Might take a while. I might not have enough power, but we'll see. Oh, good night, Morn. Take it easy. Always good to see you, bud. Are they shitting gaseous natural gas? Not yet. I might have locked the lady out. Give me 1 sec. Be right back a second, guys. Oh. I'm just hearing things. Just hearing things. My eyebrows initially look like a posh man's hat to me. Yeah, top hat. And my wife loves your accent.